Tim here from Sci-Fi Ecstasy. Let's talk about how we made the Jetpack movie. The first thing I had to do was make a jetpack prop. I started by measuring my son and then cutting out a piece of foam floor mat. I wrapped the edges with black tape and added some cheap straps that I picked up from Wally World by securing them with the tape and hot glue. Then we did a test fit to make sure it was all working out as planned. Next I used parts that I already had to make the rest of the pack. Some plastic water bottles, an empty instant coffee container, Easter eggs, a Play-Doh can, and miscellaneous small parts. These were secured to a piece of cardboard from a cracker box with more hot glue. I then gave it a few coats of paint, including a final dusting of flat black and gray primer to prevent reflection from the green screen when filming, and added the final pieces that had been painted flat black. We filmed most of the movie over 2 days. On day 1 we did the green screen shots using a Fig Rig. This is a handheld camera mount. The idea is by separating the distance between your hands, you reduce the amount of camera shake. Mine is a DIY setup I built out of PVC pipe. It wasn't necessary to mount the microphone because I wasn't going to use any of the audio we captured during this stage of filming anyway. Samuel was balanced on top of 2 stools with a matching green sheet draped over them. We turned on a large fan to simulate airflow while he was supposed to be flying. It didn't really make any difference, though. I would probably have needed something more powerful, like a leaf blower, to get a ripple effect in his clothing and hair. On day 2, we shot the outdoor scenes. This time I attached the lens hood to the camera to prevent lens flares from the sun, and attached the microphone since I was planning to use the dialogue we captured. It took a few takes for some of the shots, but for a 5-year-old, I gotta give Samuel credit. He did a great job just as he did with the green screen shots. Let's break down some of the visual effects shots. The launch sequence was shot as 2 separate elements with the camera locked down on a tripod. First I got a shot of me reacting to the launch to use as the background or clean plate. Then I shot Samuel standing still. I composited the shots together by cutting out Samuel's video layer with a freehand mask tool along the top of the wall and in a random pattern along the ground to hide the differences in lighting that occurred between shots. At the moment where he starts to take off, I cut the video clip and changed the composite by drawing the mask around the outline of Samuel's body. This allowed me to now have him as a completely separate element that I could move up and out of frame. I moved him up frame by frame and added an angle blur effect to his layer that increases in strength frame by frame. I then added the flame effect, which is a digital muzzle flash and a lens flare. The dirt hit and the dust cloud are pre-keyed stock footage elements from the Action Essentials 2 collection. The pilot and the cockpit shot was done by compositing several different layers. The sky started as a digital photo of the sky that I chopped up into several layers in a 3D comp. I added 3D particle clouds and moved the virtual camera through the shot to give the illusion of movement within a 3D environment. The interior is a digital photo of a pilot in an F-16 that I found on the internet. I used the freehand mask tool again to cut out the sky and the pilot's head, and composited that on top of my sky layer. The pilot element is a video layer of my brother shot in front of the green screen. As you can see, the costume is actually blue, because of course you can't film a green object in front of a green screen. The video layer was color graded to give it a green shade. The costume didn't turn out exactly the way I'd envisioned because the helmet mask didn't fit right on my brother's head and face. But that's just the way it is sometimes with these zero-budget short films. Overall, I'm still happy with the shot. The shot of Samuel flying past the F-16 was done by using the same 3D cloud composite with a different camera move and 3D particle clouds moving at different speeds from left to right. The plane is not a model but actually a digital photo of an F-16 that I separated from the sky using the freehand mask tool. I simply increased its scale slowly over time while moving it from right to left along the direction it appears to be traveling. Samuel is of course a video layer shot in front of the green screen. The flame effect is a digital muzzle flash that I was able to motion track to the jetpack's exhaust nozzle. Well, folks, that's how we did it. I hope you enjoyed this short behind-the-scenes look at our movie. Thanks for watching.